Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 35 of the Diverse Dialogues podcast. I'm Mateo.
And I'm Ruben.
And for today, we're doing something a little special, something more unique to our channel, and that is we are going to be revisiting a little bit of our old content, and specifically our very first film, Chronopocalypse. Now, why are we doing this? I don't know. We just wanted to do it.
Okay, no, there is actually a reason we're doing this. Is because, as stated in our other previous podcasts, we were thinking about doing reviews for like separate podcast episodes. And what better thing to review than our first film?
It's a good start, and later on we'll then be able to do more professional stuff, quote unquote professional. We've been in the talks for maybe doing Suicide Squad or maybe any other film that's relatively not good. So, but this is a good starting point because we don't want to, immediately get our egos up by being like, oh yeah, this thing is horrible, but we're going to start with actually our very first film. So that way, it's more grounded and that, we'll be able to revisit something and remember what not to do with our future films.
Yeah. And when we review stuff like Suicide Squad, you look back to this episode, so we're not immediately being like, oh, we can make a better film than Suicide Squad.
Which, oddly enough, was like the reason why the channel even existed, was because we saw somebody else do it and we're like, we can do better than that.
Oh yeah, that is technically a reason, yeah.
All right. No questions today because we've already technically done a lot of context towards Chronopocalypse. Although, it does remind me that we technically did do a revamp of Chronopocalypse. I'm going to turn to Lulu for a second. Sorry for my dog in the background. We technically did it in our... What was it? I can't speak today. In the timeline video of The Art That Draws Blood, where we just decided to just add in the Chronopocalypse segment for whatever reason. But now we're actually going to be... We're going to see if we can actually be as fledged out with this as much as possible. So... We're going to add anything that we say, anything that we feel like is, anything that we reference, anything that we were like, oh yeah, I remember when we filmed that day. Just a lot of those. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. All right. And without further ado, let's get right into it. But before we do that, we have to bring in a little bit of a warning. This is a reaction video. So Ruben, what's going to show up?
So in this episode, you guys are actually going to be watching Chronopocalypse with us. And as we're watching it, we're going to be pausing the video just so we could briefly talk about something, being like, oh yeah, I remember when this thing happened. While also, I have a list of the scrapped content that I briefly talked about in the Scrap Videos podcast. So sometimes we'll stop the video and I'll talk about the scrap content that we did for whatever scene.
All right, so sit back, relax, and are you ready?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna full screen it. Okay. Wait, is there a theater? Yeah, theater mode. There we go. All right. Okay. It's been a minute, guys, since we've actually watched this. So, let me just move this right here. Okay. And 3, 2, 1. Full volume. Yep. Here we go. Silence, nothing for the title. Great.
Weekly log.
Okay.
All right. Let's start. Yes, we already scrapped a thing, and the film just started. So, as you may have just heard, Mateo said weekly log. Now, in the original, those are not the lines, okay? This upcoming monologue you're about to see, this was not the original monologue. I don't remember it word for word, obviously, since it went on for like a minute long, but it started off with, they said it would be over.
Keep in mind that was the of all the things that we wanted to scrap from that we improvised, we improved this one, yet nothing else.
That's honestly a good point.
And of course, the first frame you see is the whole reason why Chronopocalypse existed.
God, yes. So,
something that Ruben brought up.
Yeah, so the whole reason we started Chronopocalypse was because the weather looked gloomy.
And of course, my instinct's like, we should make at least a film since, I don't want it to just be, like just skits and stuff. And then we're like, why don't we do it something like this? Because, of a certain event that happened in 2020. So.
And apparently, we were like, okay, let's include this gloomy weather into our film, and let's have this be a major part. Even though the virus that shall not be named did not affect the weather under any circumstances.
I guess I just added to like I could have honestly added a filter, but I think I was like, this was around the time where I was like too beginner to really figure that out. So
Yeah.
but back then, of course, when we first made this, we're like, oh my god, this is actually coming together. This is gonna be so good.
Oh my god, I remember those days.
I just figured out also that the audio might pick up through the microphone, so I'll see if I can figure out a way to work with that in. So, all right, let's continue.
January 17th, 2071.
50 years after this was aired.
Approximately over 18,250 days started the pandemic. I write to this log as a notice of warning, review, and progress. Availability of resources has run low, but not to the point of concern.
You know, just the casual show and not tell.
Yeah. And also, we just briefly brought up the weather. So apparently the virus affects the weather. But as you're seeing right now, all the plant life is totally fine.
And the thing is, too, you would expect it to also be, like, overgrown, like, what was it, like, The Last of Us? Doesn't that have, like, a, like, fully, like, almost like plant life, like, take over, like...
It would be overgrown, or all the grass would be yellow.
Yeah.
Because it's not been watered in a long time since, as we can see, the weather is polluted.
And of course, at this segment, I remember me and Ruben were just walking around our neighborhood, just being like, all right, let's just find any part that's just abandoned and just like record it. And of course, the clips that we like recorded for like a small little bit were too small. So you could tell somebody was just fucking slowed down. And, like you could see the frames of each of the slowed down.
Oh my god, this is a big one. Okay, so before the Twitter video that we did a while back, Mateo did not buy Filmora. So,
oh my god.
And what's it? If you didn't buy Filmora, you would have this watermark on your videos, and obviously we didn't want that. So our only solution was to screen record our editing software and then just post it. But when you screen record the recording, the quality dips.
And on top of that, this was through Bandicam, or at least like the free trial version, I believe, or just like the free version that just gives you like the basics. So that means you only get to record for 10 minutes, meaning that I had to record a bit for 10 minutes, then another 10 minutes, then another 10 minutes, since it was a 30-minute movie.
Mm-hmm.
So you could kind of tell like the bits where it like cuts off. So basically like the parts where it goes black, like it like fades to black or whatever, like, you know, transitions from like one scene to another. So yeah, you're oh my gosh. And by the way, guys, you might be wondering why the heck are you even doing this? If you're just gonna be clowning on it the entire time, that's the whole fucking point.
Mm-hmm.
Those resources include metal parts, food, and masks. Electricity and water are stable.
You can count the
The
frames.
virus still continues to linger and kill anyone once infected. However, luckily, no infections or deaths occurred within the nearby area in recent records. To think that back then, we thought we would be rid of the virus. We thought that it would fade away.
Alongside the plant life, the animal life is totally fine. As you can see with this shot with the crow flying away. And this crow, it's just there for no reason.
And on top of that, we were so fucking stoked that we got that flying shot of the crow when we first recorded this.
I unfortunately remember that.
I forgot how it was. I think, did I have like you? I forgot who was the one recording, but I think one of us went to like try to like get the crow to move.
It was me. I think I was the one recording, and then you just like slowly walked in so the crow would fly away.
I mean, that is a nice shot, but just it would not work for something like this.
It seems as if it will never end.
Oh, this part! Oh my god!
Okay, so what you guys are seeing is just pitch black right now, but this was not the original take. How do I describe it? So the original shot...
We were literally right in front of where we recorded it too.
Oh yes. The original shot was me on a patio, and I was just looking across the city or something. So
And then you turn your head like a fucking villain, and I was like, does this... I think we were like, why is this even here?
I don't know.
Again, another reason of why did we, of all things, choose that to get rid of, to improve on, and not that... We didn't even improve on it, we just left it blank.
I didn't even realize that. We didn't improve on it. We just left it blank.
Turned out to be a better idea than I thought. Alright, yeah, because... Yeah, the original clip was, like Ruben said, just him in the balcony wearing a hoodie, and he just slowly turns his head like a fucking villain, and I think we're like, I think it would get people confused to be like, is Kane the villain in all this? Kane before Digital Circus was a thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which version of choose this Kane?
I don't even know why it shows that name, because I remember Mateo texting me being like, hey, what do you want your character? No, originally my character's name was Terry.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than fucking Landon's name that was never even mentioned in the film, Rim.
Yeah, I know.
And we will live like this forevermore.
Sorry for the chair making noise, by the way, guys.
Until now.
There's a lot of good ideas in this, but it's just first film. It's just how it is. Great sensor bar.
Alright, pause. I mean, I know what's coming up, but I just looked at my shit. So, as I said, I'm reading the list of scrap content, and there's stuff that obviously you do not see in the film. One of them was we were gonna have zombies in our film.
I think that was like briefly mentioned. I do not remember the specifics of it, like how we thought of it, or like what was supposed to be like how we were how we were supposed to integrate it into the film. But I remember it was a talking point that we had.
Yeah. And let's admit, in case it wasn't obvious, I mean, we say this a million times, this entire film is majority improvised, including the idea of having zombies in our film, even though we don't even know the limits of this virus. Like, apparently if it affects the weather, plant life's fine, animal life's fine, and I guess it mutates humans into zombies?
Let's just say that we did not really, think about it that much, and we were just like, people know COVID, let's just do it like that.
Yeah. Alright, now we can play it. There's gonna be a very funny scene.
Other than the intro weekly log, the first line of the movie is also generic ass trailer music that I decided to add as the intro. You need that? You need binoculars to look at me at that distance.
Right on time. Okay, so many things going on here. Okay, so
I think my dad was actually in the bed when we were recording this.
oh god. Okay, so there are many things going on here. Okay, so right off the bat, apparently I need binoculars to see him. Now, I know you guys do not know the layout of our house, or his house.
It's the Diverse Society house at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the content house. Anyways, so the shot I'm looking at right now in this scene, that's basically like the street or the driveway, and Mateo is right in front of the garage. So I would not be able to see him at that point.
It's called camera magic, editing magic. So if you want a specific shot that makes it look like something, you could technically cheat your way to work with this. But of course, if you know the layout like we do, we're like, oh my freaking god. But a regular viewer would probably be like, okay.
Yeah. And I don't know why I put on this raspy ass voice.
We all fucking did a raspy ass voice. Some of us just didn't even care. And we were just like, yes, I know. Just like kept it very monotone, which we'll get into in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible cut. And horrible angle too.
Mm.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Access granted.
Okay.
Okay, here's another one. Okay, so as you just heard, you hear a robot voice say access granted. That was not the original line. It was just an audio of me saying please enter.
Again, another small thing that we decided to improve upon. And meanwhile, there was a whole bunch of things that we just decided not to improve on. Because and that access granted is still Ruben's voice, by the way, where we just, rose at a pitch and just added like a robotic filter towards it.
Yeah.
Please enter.
Please enter. That's
like,
how it went.
It's like, goddamn, okay, fine.
I don't think there was even a robotic filter. It was just me.
Oh, look at those lights in the background. I wonder what time frame this was recorded in.
Oh my god. I think there's another shot that will also prove the date as well. So, you've got the stuff? Okay, so,
he says so, and there's no people right there, but then he starts, like, right at, like, the, almost near the top of the stairs. So how the fuck, what was that cut for? But anyways, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna point out, if you people are watching this with headphones, you'll notice I'm talking behind the camera, and then the very next scene, I'm right there.
Oh, God. Put these with the other resources. We need as many of them as we can.
Alright, you're free to go to the safe room.
Alrighty!
Okay. Now, before we actually move on to this scene you're looking at right now, I want to point out, right as my character says, alright, you can go upstairs, from that point, we just stopped making shit, and we were showing all of our friends, being like, yo, this is a start of our apocalyptic film that we're making.
Yeah, I think it was the first one. Was Lemon the first one that we showed it to, or?
I think so, yeah. After all, that's why he just jumps in the scene, because the original cut was...
I remember he literally was like, hey, Mateo, can I come over to your house? It's like, oh, okay. And then he just, like, walked over to our house.
Yeah, because the original scene was going to be you meeting Montana instead.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't really know when to bring this up. Oh wow, it just says meet Jacob first instead of him. I didn't know when to bring this up, but one of our characters was going to have a bow and arrow, just because Mateo's little brother Connor was taking archery classes.
And then brings up the question, why the fuck are they gonna have weapons if it's a fucking, like, a post-apocalyptic virus world that we're in?
Right. And now we're gonna continue on with that fact with this next scene right here.
Alright.
So,
How's Open's coming along?
it would have gone better if you found me more parts.
Well, I'm pretty much searched close to all the areas that are nearby our location.
We'll try and look further. The chief has been bugging me non-stop to make more weapons, and I can't do anything about this unless you bring me the materials I need.
Well, dude, I didn't know. There's basically no other place to go at this point.
But look here, dude. Just because I'm working on these fucking weapons doesn't mean I have to listen to the damn chief.
Okay, so...
A lot to take in there.
Yes, there's a bunch going on here. Alright, so...
So, of course, So that was the first take, by the way, because of freaking course it was. Well, hold on. The first cut was like, oh, hey, what's up? How are Open's coming along? I was expecting Lennon to say something like, it's fine. And then we would cut to the next part. He then just says, what have we gotten? He just starts accusing me for, like, not doing good enough or some shit. I was like, okay, that works. And then we were like, all right, let's move on to the next scene. And then this part, well, look here, dude, just because I'm working on this fucking weapons, that was the second take. The first take, I remember actually being a much better take. That actually made a lot more logical sense than whatever the fuck he's about to say, because...
He gave me this thing, and my fucking fingers don't even fucking fit in this damn thing.
So right before that, he says, just because I'm working on these fucking weapons doesn't mean I have to listen to the chief. First of all, that doesn't make any sense, because then why are you working on the weapons? And second of all, there was no chief.
Okay, and I think I want to add a little small leeway right here. We made fun of Landon constantly, like, months after this was released. But now looking back on it, I might be crazy for saying this, I don't think he's necessarily that bad as we, claimed him to be.
Honestly, I think we just all kind of blend in with our acting, not gonna lie. I think one person is just as bad as the other.
There's only like a small smidge of like who's better at acting.
Yeah, and also as we were filming this, I think we're in the mindset of nothing is no. We're in the mindset of something is better than nothing. So when we recorded this, we were like, "Yo, Landon, that was some really good improv, dude."
Also, this is his first like major role in like anything. He was only like a voiceover in like one of the previous stuff, and of course we added him as the and like certain other memes and stuff. So this was like an actual like role that he had.
Yeah, and looking back at the list of the scrap content, first of all, Landon was going to be a newscaster. I don't remember like the whole shtick of it.
Yeah.
At least he got that role filled within Art That Draws Blood.
Yep. And then he was. I think we were just like talking and talking. He's like, I could just be the guy that just makes the weapons or something. And then
No. I could be the weapons forger, whatever that means. Which, by the way, I think I spent like 10 minutes trying to like look up how to spell that.
And honestly, we probably would have been a lot better if he was just a forger, not a weapons forger, just a forger.
Just a forger, yeah. And also, even though Landon like is on scene right now, meaning like he just came over. He also brought over his little brother Grayson, for whatever reason. And I think Grayson asked Mateo like, "Hey Mateo, can I be in the film?" And you were like, "I mean, yeah, sure. The more the merrier." And we didn't like have like a set character for him, but I don't. It has to be Landon who came.
It had to have been.
But he thought of the idea of like Grayson being this like gremlin creature hiding in the closet, like the one you're seeing right now. And I guess, I don't know, Landon like feeds him or something when Mateo's out of scene. He's like, "Okay, Tyler's out now. Here, drink some water." Like, why is he having this gremlin creature in his closet?
And the best part about it is that you could take that entire scene and cut it, and you would not miss anything because it adds nothing to the story.
And also, there's the metal finger piece thing.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention that part.
Yeah, even though you people just saw it. I don't know why Landon just decided to wear this thing, which is for medieval times, but it's like an armor piece for your finger during the medieval times.
Yeah. Literally the only person that actually put the effort to make their, look like they're in a post-apocalyptic film was me. Everybody else was just wearing their clothing with a mask on.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my god. So, yeah. Of course, this entire scene was improvised. Of course, we had like a little bit of like an understanding of like how the movie was supposed to go, but we were just like, all right, let's just make up the lines as we go. So.
Well, I can't help you with that. I'm trying my hardest to find whatever I can find, and I still don't get appreciation around this goddamn place.
Hey, think about this though. Since you and me are always in here, we always talk to each other. I give you appreciation. I give you the weapons to go out there to survive. You come back here and give me the parts to make them. You and me, we're good friends. If the chief fucks up, you take over.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad of a line from Landon. It was not.
Okay, that
it didn't make any
bit,
sense.
I'll admit it's not that bad, but it just like completely like derails his character because in the beginning, Landon just snapped at him for literally no
condescending douchebag out of nowhere.
Right, and then here he says, "You and I are good friends," huh? Kind of reminds me of this other film we were thinking about reviewing. So yeah, he just starts yelling at him at the beginning, being an asshole. And then ends with, "You and I are good friends." Not only that, he sees potential of him being a chief or a leader.
Which honestly, I'm surprised I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should know. I think the thing was I didn't want to be the leader in this. I think I just wanted to be, well, obviously I'm more so the main character, but I wanted to add a film that like was not just focused on me because I'm not the type of person that just wants to be the main character all the time. As you'd probably seen with like most of our films. Of course, I'm the main character because I'm the guy that's operating most of the stuff, but like I want to have the group be more involved with, other projects that are not just me, which is why Battle for Wits comes in. Mm-hmm. And once we finally get a script, I get a script going, we'll probably be able to film that movie, and we actually have a little bit better equipment this time, so hopefully this will be a lot more like a movie and actually, and less like a skit that was made and just, improvised like whatever the hell we had right here. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully we'll be able to release it this year.
Fair enough. Anyway,
horrible shot.
What's the status report looking like so far?
Oh yeah, horrible line delivery too. By the way, what's the status report really like so far?
Reports are looking good. There's one problem.
What's that?
The virus. I don't know what the hell's going on.
No, hold on. Just add 2 more seconds.
Okay.
I have no idea
Oh, that's what we're cut to.
why the virus is spreading.
Okay, so there's a bunch going on. Okay, so Mateo asked, what is the status of whatever that means?
What's the status report looking like so far?
And Landon says, the status is looking good. There's one problem. The virus. So he sounds like he's saying something good, like, oh, there's status is looking good. Problem, the virus.
No fucking shit, Sherlock.
And then he says, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this virus is spreading. He just asked the same question twice in a row.
Didn't I just say at the very beginning that I forgot what I said at the very beginning where the weekly log? Like, didn't I say something about
They said.
not that part.
I know.
Not that one. I mentioned something about the virus, but it's like no infections were made in recent records. So then why would he say it's still spreading?
That's a good point.
Even today, we're still finding flaws with this freaking movie. God damn it.
At this point, we're gonna have to live with it.
You already live with it.
Live with it? What do you mean live with it? The entire freaking thing's going down. I don't know what the hell's going on out there.
Okay. So he says, live with it. What do you mean live with it? And I'm like, that means you live with it. It's on brand with fucking, what do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup. And second of all, he says the entire thing is going down.
Even Landon pointed that out. He was like, I don't remember I didn't know, this is set, a fault on our part because we didn't necessarily say where we were. So he basically just was like, I'll just say thing because I didn't really know where we were. We were in a city or a town, so I'll give leeway for that, but...
Okay, well, I didn't know he was talking about a location. I thought he was talking about, I don't know, the entire thing is going down.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of it too, buddy, but it's just that I don't know anymore.
Yeah, you don't even know what to say.
We're losing too many people to a virus that we can't even see, stop, or even get rid of. What happens if this thing gets into our safe house? What then?
Another good line.
Dude, I really don't know anymore. Let me call out Jacob, see where he's at right now. Jacob, do you copy? Jacob, do you copy? Son of a bitch never answers the goddamn walkie-talkie.
What do you expect from Jacob? He never answers the frickin' walkie-talkie. Even when I do it.
All right.
Okay, now before we go into this infamous scene,
Infamous for us.
yeah. First of all, I know this is just a random thing to point out. It's not even that bad. But you may notice all the freaking icons that are on Mateo's laptop. That's gonna make every computer user cringe. And also, what's the name?
Mine is much better, by the way, nowadays, guys. So
Yeah.
don't worry.
So as you saw, Mateo just pulled out the walkie-talkie to call Jacob, who Montana plays, and it just goes into static. And I guess
First joke of the.
I guess we just made that a gag throughout the entire film. And also, when Mateo puts down his walkie-talkie, being like, he never answers the walkie-talkie. The scene was supposed to end there, but then Landon just jumps in and says, "What do you expect from Jacob? He never answers his walkie-talkie."
And once again, he started actually saying a story in that same clip, but then we're like, okay, stop right here and just say it again. And then he doesn't say it again, and he ends up saying this infamous story.
That fucking part I wanted. It was in a scrapyard. Big fucking scrapyard. Saw a shiny metal part that I wanted. What happened? Told Jacob on a walkie-talkie, hey, can you get me that spare part that I wanted for a weapon he wanted? A little bit of a frickin' assault rifle type weapon. Guess what happens next day? I find him in our safe house eating a frickin' sandwich. Don't know where he got the sandwich? Ask him about the spare part. Never frickin' looked at me and told me about the part.
Okay, so there's a lot going on with this story that, of course, Landon just made up. So apparently he noticed a part in a big fucking scrapyard, and there's a shiny metal piece that he wanted.
You know, because shiny.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, if he saw it in the scrapyard, why didn't he get it? And why would Jacob be getting it if Tyler is the scavenger? I'm gonna call these by their names. And why does he tell him the next day he was eating a sandwich? What does next day have to do with the current day of finding this part?
Oh, man. We pretty much, you know, even though we did have the everything wrong with Corona Apocalypse, this is like now our actual like selves like actually criticizing it, other than just being a gag for April Fools, which is what everything wrong with Corona Apocalypse was. So, but there is no defending this part. Landon, we love you, man, but we'll make sure we prescribe. We give you a script next time.
Typical. Yeah, Jacob's usually like that. No shit, looks like it's getting dark.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you go ahead and finish up with the weapons as much as you can. I'll see what I can do with the contacts right now.
Alright. Between you and me, dude.
Okay, because of the original the senior Bible we're about to watch right now, it got copyrighted for that specific. Well, two songs got copyrighted actually, and the melancholy scene, which we're about to get into right now, got copyrighted, and for whatever reason, it cut Landon saying, "You have my respect," because that was what it was supposed to be, but it just cut it. So now it's just him pointing at me for no reason.
And also, there's actually two cut scenes before this, what you're looking at right now. First was Mateo playing a guitar. I thought I would laugh at it when he was showing it to me, but I don't know, I guess I didn't really care for it. Then again, it is just filler of him playing a guitar.
Yeah.
And then
but
like,
at the same time, though, if you're in a post-apocalyptic world, you're going to have to find stuff to entertain you, so there is a bit of leeway with that, but again, it would be still filler, so.
Yeah, I even like defended it during the Scrapped Videos podcast, being like, okay, I'll forgive this because at least these guys can find some sort of entertainment during an apocalypse, because without it, you will go insane.
And honestly, I probably should have done it like a more like soft song than choosing a Metallica song, which we'll get to that in a minute, so.
Yeah, and also, the second scene was the infamous Vitals scene, which you talked about at least 3 times on this channel.
I don't know if I have it on my computer, but you can watch it in the timeline video of The Art That Draws Blood, along with the segment of Current Apocalypse. So I do have it there. So if you want to go see how horrible that was, then you could go. That's there.
I was about to say I actually have a file on my phone. I could just send that.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, now moving on to the emotional part of the scene.
Okay, I'm gonna be talking over this. No need to pause, because
Yeah.
for 3 whole minutes, there's no dialogue here. Mateo is playing with a DS.
That somehow works in 2071, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, this goes on for 3 whole minutes. I'm not joking.
If this was a full feature movie, then this would have been fine. But for a movie that's only 30 minutes, then...
This is just filler.
No, it's supposed to add character development. This character has been a tortured soul for losing his little brother.
Yeah. And on that topic, as you can see here, Mateo's opening a box of a memento of his late little brother. Now, we do not hear of this little brother later in the film. This is never brought up later in the film. All of this, it's just here for no reason. And we don't even know the little brother's name unless you stay to watch the credits.
Yeah, that's yeah. Honestly, that's the only like other cool prop was just like the worn picture of the little brother. Which, by the way, if it was black and white, then why would it be black and white in the year 2071?
That's a good question.
Okay, yeah, sure. Add some religious fucking stupid bullshit.
Haha. Yeah, he's doing this way too slowly.
I was trying to like let it sink in, but it just comes off so fucking corny.
this window shot right here.
Yeah. Okay, and this actually is a pretty decent shot. The next one right here. And then you see in the reflection of the left eye, like me walking over to the bed. That actually is not that bad. I actually will give it that.
I'll admit it's not that bad. And also, oh, okay, we'll pause it right now. Now you can pause it. Actually, no, I'll bring this later up in the podcast.
Okay, so we continue.
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. We also thought that this was a cool shot. The way the light like opens up, which I mean,
Yeah, it's honestly not that bad. Actually,
I don't even know how the hell how that even happened, but I guess just the amount of exposure.
I think I don't know.
This scene honestly could have just been cut out.
Right. All this right here could have just been cut out.
We were just like, we need to drag it out as long as we can. Honestly, the whole lighting in this movie is so horrible. Oh, that could be just because... Oh, actually, hold on. That's a little better. And everything is so imbalanced, by the way. So, you know, certain parts were filmed in one part, and like this part and probably like the beginning of the film were probably recorded in one day. Some scenes were like recorded like weeks later. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's a major part. And also, wait, pause. As you just saw, there's just a small clip of Mattel picking up the mask. Fun fact: that was actually going to be the original ending. Like
well,
just that shot.
Well, actually, no. That was a separate scene. Like this was meant for like the middle part, but I did record a scene of me like taking off the mask, putting it on the other desk, and then walking out, and it's just the frame of the mask as the last bit. That was the original ending. But of course, since we changed it up so much, I was like, I had to get rid of it because it wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, because that would like as if the whole rest of the movie made sense to begin with.
Always with you and the electricity.
Pause. Okay, maybe it's just because I'm sitting far away from the laptop, but I could not read any of that.
No, like the lighting was bad, and of course, I should just like pushed it back a little bit further.
Honestly, maybe you should just write it with pen or something.
Yeah.
Or a black marker. And also, he just complained about always you with the electricity. Isn't that his job as the electrician? Even though he's never done electrician work throughout this entire film.
We never seen it once.
Right.
Wait a fucking minute.
What?
Wasn't there like an open door scene where Montana was in the background and we had to like change that?
I don't remember that.
I think it was this specific part where we're like, okay, we have to get a scene where Tyler is walking out, but I think Montana was in the background and we just decided to leave it in anyway, and then we're like, oh wait, he's in the background, like I have to redo this shot now. I think I don't. Also, this is also the part of the film where we're like, okay, we can't control the weather, so we're gonna have to work like we're filming no matter what, like what weather it is. So
we just dropped the weather concept after that.
Hey, you want to play some cards with us?
Okay, pause right here. Okay. Oh well, that's an
damn
interesting frame right there. Okay, so first of all, as you can see, me and Lana are using regular playing cards. Originally, we had Cards Against Humanity for some reason. I guess it's just because, you know, there's the only set of cards, but you will know it's Cards Against Humanity based on the black and white cards. And, what else is here?
wait, okay,
Okay, I'll save it for later.
and also, Lenon's in a completely different outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Because we did record it when he was in the same outfit, but then we changed it up, because I think it was Cards Against Humanity cards at first, and then we're like, okay, why the heck would they play Cards Against Humanity in this time frame? So we'll just do something more common, like whatever the hell we were playing right here.
I'm assuming this is Texas Hold'em, considering there are cards like on the table, and we're holding 2 cards.
So again, another part of the scene that we decided, yeah, let's re-record this.
Yeah.
And not anything, motherfuckers. I hate you guys.
No, not really.
What about now?
first technically joke as well, another comedic moment.
You dirty bastard.
I don't know why I said that.
Alright, I'm in.
Okay, and also, as you can tell, Kane just threw money. You know, my character, he threw money in there, being like, "Hey, what about now? You know, this will motivate you to play." Even though in an apocalypse, money is completely useless. The entirety of currency is useless.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he was motivated by money, let alone quarters.
I guess, you know, paper money got destroyed and all that's left is just the metal coins. I don't fucking know.
Very riveting game of Texas Hold'em, by the way. It is not going for
So I heard you two had good chat.
Better than most days, anyway.
I see. Well, I kind of overheard your conversation, and the one thing that I remember is that running low on resources. Am I correct?
Very.
I see.
Where you going, Chief?
Okay, notice how he says chief right here too.
Right.
So is that like, wait,
So
is it,
am I the chief?
or is it just saying like, yo, what's up, chief? Like, you know, like the.
like a slang in a way. Like he's just calling me chief.
So now we don't know, but I think the answer is he wanted to say like the slang. So just like, what are you doing, chief?
Also Phoenix cameo.
Oh yeah, the first Phoenix cameo.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
Phoenix.
Yeah, might as well get back to me. Well, you know, try.
Okay, that's a little
weapons in
funny.
the forging room.
Yeah, might as well.
I can't help but notice the fucking voice change he did. You know, just
Yeah.
a steal of money. Also, I want to point out my character just left while they were playing Texas Hold'em. He just left. I wish I could do that in my games. And also, you can see the calendar in this shot right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't.
It's fucking blurry as shit, but I think it still says December.
Oh, we can't go in the waiting room. I think I might just have to change the shirt as well.
I say this because I could not find this shirt when we were recording a specific part, so I had to change shirts, and I had to, you know, so basically this whole part of the film is just basically trying to work around me changing shirts when I recorded it in a separate time frame, which then leads us to
What the?
that buzz
What the hell
cut,
did you
bro.
get here? I just got your note.
Pause. Okay, so many things here. First of all, Montana's buzz cut for some reason.
It should not work. It does not work with this fucking big ass ears, dude.
And also, of course, going back to the old joke of Montana eating a sandwich, which I guess he just ate during this entire filming session. And also, it completely negates one of the biggest factors within these guys' survival, which is the mask. As you heard in the beginning dialogue, talking about food, water, mask, etc., this just nullifies it. He's not wearing a mask.
He's simply just here for comedy effect and only a little bit of genre, which we're about to get into, so.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. And honestly, I think even then we were also like, Montana, you're also really good at acting. But now in the moment, honestly, I think Montana might be worse than Landon.
We go back here and there with that.
Well, I got here at like 2:30, and I started work at 2:50, and so I just decided, you know, I knew you were gonna be sleeping, so I get some work done.
That was not the line that he was supposed to read, by the way. It was supposed to be like, oh, I got done early, so I thought I could stop by. Of course, extended out to what like it is. But he instead then says all of that shit, which now I don't even know if it makes sense or not.
You got here.
I started work like hold on. I got here at 2:30. I started working at 2:50, and I knew you were gonna be sleeping, so I thought I'd get some work done.
Okay, either A, Tyler's not a morning person, which is why he woke up in the noon, or B, that was a long ass Texas Hold'em game.
So now, oh my god, I think the idea was that, like the concept was supposed to be that, Jacob was supposed to show up, and he usually does this thing where he leaves a piece of paper, being like, hey, because he's always gone, he's never around, and he would then leave a piece of paper, is like, I'm gonna be going off, and then the idea was that he got done early, so he decided to just hang around with Tyler, That was the whole idea. But of course now, because Montana just flew off the script and did not even decide to really double take on it. Also,
Well, I appreciate that, dude, but why?
So I could obviously spend some time with my brother. It's never like we get to spend any more time together anymore.
that's what I mean. I think he might be the worst actor here. So I can obviously spend time with my brother.
Yeah.
So now you decide to show up. Now, after 5 years of you not showing up and not putting any effort into seeing me whatsoever, you now decide to show up.
Wow, bro. He's such in despair.
He looks so tired.
He looks high as shit. Of course, that's my attempt, to do acting. I mean, I can't speak for myself because I'm the one who's doing the character, but I mean, I guess I'm the best actor here. I don't fucking know. But to your point, yeah, like everyone has had their own faults and everyone has their own, reasons that they're good or bad, so.
Christ. It's like you never take shit seriously anymore, especially in a time like this.
Do you not remember what happened on this day exactly 5 years ago? The reason why we're in this situation in the first place?
His eyes don't move at all.
Do you not think I know that? Do you not think I remember our parents abandoned us because of our brother?
They did not leave us behind. They wanted to keep us safe.
Then why haven't they come back?
Probably my best moment in the film.
Talk to me when you cool down.
This is where the shirt change comes in.
Okay, pause. Okay, so let's see, where do I even start with this? So yeah, as you saw in the previous scene, Montana just looked bored laying on the bed, and out of nowhere, he starts acting up. And also, What's-Mit, as he's leaving, of course he just turns around, does that face for whatever reason. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know this film anymore.
And you just saw the shirt change right now.
Yep. Because I could not find the black shirt to save my life. Horrible camera angle.
Tyler, do you copy?
I hear the static. God damn it.
No, I think that's intentional.
Copy. What do you want?
Found you a new area for you to check out. Sending you the location coordinates right now.
On my way.
Damn, even I noticed my bad acting. Also, I want to pause right here. I didn't know when to bring the following scenes up. Okay, so first of all, one of our characters was gonna have a gun. I should have just brought this up earlier alongside the bow and arrow thing. And the reason being was just because I remember on a Discord call, Landon was pointing an airsoft gun towards Grayson. And I think you were just like, oh, that could be useful for the film, because we were still in the debate of like, are there going to be zombies in this film? And also, when Kane called through the walkie-talkie, it reminded me of this cut scene of Mateo wanting to test out split screen.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
So I remember I sent Mateo footage of me at my house being like, Tyler, look at the news or something.
Which was no time to explain, but you had to watch the TV immediately. And basically that would then turn into Montana doing that in the Art of Drug Blood Part 2.
Yeah.
But it wasn't split screen. And I didn't know how to use split screen at the time, so.
Yep.
But yeah, now moving on to this part of the movie.
Kane wasn't kidding. He really hit the jackpot this time. Alright.
Also, if you notice, there's clear civilization going on because you can see the cars in the background. Everything is perfectly fine. These guys are just living in a simulation.
Then that should be good for now. What the? What in the? Hard drive? How did I miss this? Wait a haven't seen one like this in ages. Why would it be here? Well, could be useful, I guess. Might as well.
Also, bit of a side note, I do not remember what happened to that jacket. I really like that jacket, and I have no idea where it went. So
Yeah, and also small nitpick. What's my moment? Tyler stepped on the hard drive. I noticed his shoe was bigger than the hard drive. So how would he know if he stepped on a hard drive? Like I'm sure he could just like feel the difference, considering it's a giant chunk of plastic instead of dirt.
I don't. Again, all I can say is just I don't know.
Also, religious propaganda in the background with the church.
Better have got me something. Whoa, that's a lot of good stuff, man.
It's like it's like he prevented himself from swearing. Whoa, you got me a lot of good stuff.
Also, the Nerf gun, like that's gonna help out in a fucking apocalyptic right. Also, the Jason mask right there, because you know you need that, right?
The jacket, the Jason jacket.
Yeah, that too.
With the blood all over.
Yeah, I like how no one questions that.
Hours of this shit.
Not only that.
He murdered himself from swearing, yet he still sweared at the end.
Okay.
Not only that.
Found this.
A hard drive. In a scrapyard? Does it even work?
He went through 3 different emotions in that one. He was first confused, then annoyed, then pissed off, all in one sentence.
I like how he sounds more interested in the scrapyard part. And he was complaining about if it even works. I know it's an apocalypse, but like, bro, do you have to be that pessimistic?
I don't know. But I know a person who knows. Hey, Kane! Yeah, what's up? I found this in the scrapyard not too long ago.
I don't know how the hell he found this, but we don't know if it works.
Well, only one way to find out.
Oh, God, I hope there's not a virus in it.
I like how he says, I hope there's not a virus in it when we're talking about like a different virus. You could have said something else, Mateo. Yeah, I know you want to talk about something else right here.
Okay, so as you saw, like 2 shots earlier, Mateo walked in with the hard drive, and then he gives it to Landon. And then when I come in, Landon gives the hard drive to me because Mateo wanted me, or Tyler wanted Kane to check out the hard drive, since I guess Kane's an expert in technology or something. But then Kane gives it back to Tyler.
It was just a game of hot potato in that one moment.
Pretty much. And also, pay attention to the bottom right of the screen right now.
You can see the cord right there. You see?
Oh, gosh.
So, if you couldn't tell, there was no, like, USB-C plug-in into the hard drive. So I just was like, oh, god damn it. Okay, let me try to, like, make this work. And then the fucking cord just came in and just fucking, like, just exposed that it did not plug in. Alright, but now we get into...
Alright. Oh, there's a video.
You look so fucking menacing in this one shot. But then...
In here.
If you don't know what we're talking about, look at Landon's face for us, please.
He's already shocked before the video even popped up. Or not even a video. He doesn't know what's on the hard drive right now.
Why does he open his eyes here? And of course, this gets to the part where I remember when we recorded this, we were like, oh my god, dude, this is incredible.
Alright. What's that?
This thing on?
Okay, fun fact, that was not an added sound effect. That actually came from the computer that Glenn, which you're about to see right now, came from. He like flicked his camera, like the camera from like the top of the laptop that he was using, and it actually made that sound. So it was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. So that's a little bit of a fun detail that happens. But anyways.
There we go. To anyone who's getting this message, I have found the cure. My current location is being raided right now, and I don't know how much time I have left, but I do have enough time to give the semi-specifics. The location of the cure is right now hidden in a playground.
You guys notice the timer?
To get to said cure, you first have to go through a long hallway in front of the playground. Once you make your way through said hallway, you're gonna find a bunch of trees and bushes. Look very hard through those bushes, and you will find this USB stick with the cure on how to cure the virus.
Is this guy legit? Does he even seem legit?
Shit, they're here.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a lot to unpack here. So as Mateo just brought up, there is the timer at the corner. It was just going up to 4 seconds and then back to 0.
Thanks, Filmora.
Yeah. And let's admit, even though Gary Andelit is being rated right now, he seems very calm throughout all this.
I think I remember we tried to give him like hot sauce to try to like make him sound more like
We gave him Tapatio. Yeah, I think that'll motivate someone to act better. Give them fucking Tapatio. And I don't think it even made a difference, to be honest.
Not really. I mean,
and also here's a major like plot hole within this. First of all, what would have happened if Tyler found the USB instead of the hard drive first? And second of all, how did Gary like get the USB within the playground if he just got raided right here? Like, did he die right now? If that's the case, then how was the USB sent? Did he send someone else to drop it off?
I didn't think about that. Oh my god. That's a good point. Maybe he, again, I think, wasn't the other one of the ideas that he was going to come back as like a decrepit old man or some shit?
Yes.
And I think maybe that was like the Jesus Christ, alright, there's a plane going on.
I was going to bring that up later anyways.
Okay, cool. I think the whole idea was that he managed to escape and still left the USB there. But, Jesus Christ.
Damn, that's a loud ass plane, bro.
It's like directly above us. But, can you shut the fuck up? But, I don't know, but I mean, at the time we were recording this, we were all like, oh my god, this is actually so freaking cool. Like, we're gonna be saying that a lot. We're gonna be saying there's a lot to unpack here, and that at one point we were all like, this is so cool. There's gonna be a lot of those in this.
Mm-hmm.
God, but and also fun fact, of course, we gave Glenn a script as well, and he just did not, he did not go like. He did a much better job following it than Montana, but it was still not 100%, which, I mean, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I've seen SOS messages before, but I've never seen this.
I know. But is this even a legit SOS message?
Horrible camera angle.
It wouldn't be a problem if we searched for the USB, would it?
Well, guess we have no other choice.
Well, I guess I'll search for the coordinates.
Oh, wait. Before you do anything else, we might want to check the news first.
Oh, right. I forgot. That's an option. Where's the radio at?
Right over here.
Okay, pause. Okay, so 2 things. First of all, if you're for whatever reason paying attention to my shirt, you may have noticed it changed in the very next scene.
But because he was wearing all black, we were all like, yeah, no one will be able to notice it.
Yeah.
Which you probably won't even notice at all. Almost like he probably changed his shirt probably 3 times in this.
Yeah. And this brings up to another scrapped content, which is that the news was going to be on TV, but we didn't have green screen at the time, so we couldn't really film it. It was possible. We would just use that empty wall over there.
We just didn't know how to do it properly either, so.
Yeah. And this is which led to cameos of 2 other friends from high school.
Yep. And of course, this.
Alright, here we are.
Jeez, you get this from the 1980s? What is this crap?
Hey, at least it still works. I keep things nice and tidy.
It would not work.
Yeah. And also, let's admit, you may notice, instead of finding the USB, which possibly contains a cure, which would literally save humanity by now, they're wasting 2 hours, as it just showed, a few hours later, they're wasting about 2 hours doing this.
the idea was that they were checking the news, like, even though they didn't say anything about, you know, if there's any updates on the virus, but, and then that's where it brings up, okay, I'll just let it play for a second.
Alright, whatever you say.
Well, at least I hope it works.
Also, random headcanon.
Alright,
When Tyler brought up that he likes to keep things nice and tidy, I was like, oh, is that just a random headcanon that he has OCD or some shit, even though we're never going back to these characters ever again.
Oh, gosh.
As well as Rim having bipolar disorder, as we see throughout this film.
165 news. Alright, and let's see.
Good evening and welcome to your 12 o'clock news on 165 radio station. I'm your host, Jerry Sampson. For today's newscast, we have reports that our semi-monthly surveillance routine is about to begin in the next 24 hours.
Okay, so that was the whole reason why. Because in this world that was never established at all in this film that I wanted to, you know, present was that there would be surveillance all over the cities that these places, that these safe houses are from. But we never established it up until this very moment. So that means that they basically just learned about the whole, like, you know, like the audience learned about the surveillance stuff right at this very moment instead of, you know, establishing that that could be a possibility.
Uh-huh.
And of course, our good friend Daryl, who did the voice for this part, he sounds way too freaking happy for this.
Yeah. During this time, during an apocalypse, this dude sounds way too fucking happy and energetic.
The surveillance patrol officers are in process of preparing for their 5 to 7 hour surveillance shifts. With this new information, we will now cut to our very own reporter, Daniel Gallinger, who is live on the scene.
What are these names,
He's
bro?
currently stationed near a safe house in Torrance. Daniel, how are things going over there?
Well, Jerry, while I was stationed here, I did some investigation and questioned some of the former residents of this area before the patrol officers began their routines. To sum it all up,
I stand corrected. I think I found the worst actor.
they say that they're all used to this by now, but they still don't feel comfortable about the patrols. Well, that's all I have to report for now. Over to you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daniel. And I
Sorry,
do
Artie
have to
Mateo.
admit, no one likes to be a part of those patrol routes. Anyway, in related news, we have gathered information that the nightly curfew will be changed. This is due to an increased number of quarantine zones around the city. Now for the daily...
God damn, I completely forgot about the surveillance.
I like how they stop now when they could have just stopped at the fact that the surveillance.
Right?
They just let that go on. We don't even go back to this information at all, by the way, so.
Right.
Well, guess we'll wait tomorrow for the coordinates.
I wonder why they're even stationed out there.
Huh? Can you speak up, please?
Who in their right mind would go outside without a mask on?
Great job on, you know, great comedic moment. All right, let me go back a little bit.
Who in their right mind would go outside without a mask on?
Oh, what could be going on here?
Again, I'm gonna freaking kill this guy. He did it again. The line was supposed to be like, you know, him walking in and being like, "Hey, what seems to be going on here? I just saw what just came passed by me for no reason." Why the heck did he go, "Oh, what seems to be going on here?" Like, he forgot his line midway. He's like, "Oh, wait, I didn't just say my lines here." Ah!
You know, I woke up Kane, and he didn't even seem to respond to me.
Well, let's just say that things are not just going on as planned. Where did you get the burrito from?
I don't know.
I have no idea how the heck you're finding all this food, but I want you to check this out real quick.
Hey, wait a second.
What's up?
I think I know this guy.
Do you?
What was his name, though?
Something Mendelit.
Yeah, I know. It was like Gale. That doesn't sound right.
Look at the camera.
Maybe it was Guppy? No, that...
Why would you ever think Guppy would be a fucking name, you dipshit?
Oh, that's not right. Oh! Of course. Gary.
Gary and how do you know this guy?
You don't know who this is?
No?
He's a famous scientist, you idiot.
Okay. So, like I said, they're still wasting time, doing all this. Which, by the way, they said the nightly curfew will be extended, even though, as you can tell right now, it's broad daylight. Oh wait, no, this isn't later scene. Okay, then continue.
But this brings up a big meme into the group as well.
Anyway, what was on this tape?
Well, first off, his horrible acting, but we meme on Montana, or at least for a while, that he does way too much hand movements in his acting.
He does.
And it was Jordan that brought it up, oddly enough, though, when he was doing the scene in The Other Drugs Blood, where he was the therapist, where he's like, none of these things add up, and it's pissing me off, and he does, like, the same hand motion throughout the entire sentence.
He does, yeah.
Well, it seems to be a rescue tape about the cure for the virus.
Rescue tape? You could have called it a fucking distress message, you fucking dipshits.
Did he give any clues where it could be?
Are you a fucking slide whistle? What the fuck was that?
Did you give any clues on where it could be?
Yeah, in fact, he said that it was in the northern Torrance area with the... What was it? Oh yeah, it was the small park that's nearby us.
Why don't we go right now?
Yeah.
Actually, because of the surveillance and the patrol and the curfew, can't do anything now at that point.
Wait, I remember something.
What is it?
When I was doing work once, I was up on the roof,
Yeah.
So I was fixing it, doing all this electrical stuff, and doing my job as normal, eating food too.
Yeah.
I always do.
Pause! He basically just told the audience what his character is. Oh, doing electricity stuff, doing my job, eating food. He just described his own character to the audience at that scene.
Jesus.
But, oh yeah, it was a really good burger. But anyway.
Continue on.
Yeah, that wasn't me acting. That was just me being pissed off by this guy for not doing his lines right.
I'm sorry. But basically, I saw Northern Torrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's dark out, and there's no surveillance. So this is not just a one-time occurrence. Every time I was up there at night, past curfew. Don't tell anyone. But yeah, I was up there past curfew, fixing it like I'm not supposed to, but did anyway. And I saw no surveillance.
You're pulling my leg, are you? You're actually pulling my leg.
No, I'm not, dude.
Well,
First of all, this dude turned this is just a thing he does in real life. He turned one sentence to 10. And also
I appreciate that, the expression of personality, but he does have something to work with, but oh my god, he really just needs to work on it.
Yeah, and also there was a scene that was cut here. I don't know why I just randomly remember this. The part where Tyler says, "You're pulling my leg, right?" And Jake's like, "No." I remember the original scene was like, "What's my? You're not pulling my leg, are you?" And then Jacob says, "Have I ever lied to you?" And then Tyler just does this look like. Really? I think at that moment, both of you broke character at the exact same time.
That could have been a funny moment, but of course, I had to change it to whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, I think at that moment it was like, I think you guys are just playing as yourselves than just playing characters.
Yeah. Well, because, fun fact, guys, we were doing this for fun.
Yeah.
But also taking it seriously at the same time, so it leads to certain things, but... Let me clarify this real quickly. Did we have fun making this? Of fucking course we did. That was the big point. Other than the fact that we took way too long to make it, but that would then be trifled with Pete. But anyways, moving on.
call the chief. Tell him I'm working overtime.
We just said to add the chief in there.
All right.
Okay, random sun shot.
So we get a POV shot for the very first time. Oh, no, it wasn't the very first time, but we get one with a GoPro camera. And fun fact about that GoPro camera, I lost it in Florida. I was in the jet skis because I want to get some cool POV shots of me in a jet ski, and not even one my older brother who was riding it, he goes only a little bit faster, and that thing just flies off and it sinks to the very bottom of the ocean. So now it could be anywhere now. I'm so sorry for all the neighbors that have to have their houses be seen in this movie.
You're just randomly running on the sidewalk when the road is completely empty. Well, also not with all these cars.
Go left.
Was that a dog I heard?
Yes.
Alright, run out.
Go right and keep going
Is
straight.
that another dog?
It's getting really close.
Stop.
Okay, pause. So not only are you just looking at the past footage, but also is Kane just like, did he like put a camera within his mask so that he knows where Tyler is at all times? It's a little creepy, not gonna lie.
Most of this shit is not even explained very well, and that's the whole problem with this movie. Like, it has an idea behind it, and there is a good story that was just never told properly.
And also, if he knows if Kane knows the coordinates, why doesn't he go?
Cause he's not the scavenger, duh.
Dude, Kane, you told me to keep going straight. I
Nice headset dent, by the way.
Oh my god.
I'll be damned. Alright, here we go, dude.
What even is that sweeping sound?
Hope I don't get caught.
Nah, don't worry about it, dude. You should be fine.
You can tell the audio quality
Sure, I
just
should be fine.
improved.
Alright. Wish me luck.
All right.
Sure, change
we can
again.
Figure it out from there.
Hey, Kane, what's up?
Where did you get that pizza from?
Oh, this? A lucky break, you might say.
You know, I'm not even gonna question it.
A lucky break?
What does that mean? Lucky break. What does that mean?
You could have just said, I just got lucky.
Lucky break. That's a Dead by Daylight perk, by the way. And also, something I just randomly noticed as Tyler's running, he, for whatever reason, like, runs to this location, stops.
Crouches. Stands up. Crouches. Just.
Yeah, this is just a random thing I noticed.
I guess he's not tired, even though you're a fucking scavenger.
Right?
Question it. Tyler is getting the cure right now. And he's in Northern Torrance, so we should be good.
Okay, coming up, I think Montana didn't do that bad here either.
Wait, Northern Torrance?
No, that's Southern Torrance. It literally says it right there.
Oh, no. I thought I said Southern.
It's better than most, but it actually wasn't that bad here.
Jacob, how much surveillance is in Southern Torrance?
Well, there's none.
Okay, well, how much is there in Northern Torrance?
Well, do you want the honest answer or the exaggerated one?
The honest answer, obviously.
What difference would it make? It would lead to the same shit.
Well,
Again, with this crouching.
Bro thinks he's in a fucking
My sensors can detect it.
Last of Us
We need to
game.
go across over there. We're very close right now.
Tyler, evacuate the mission now. You gotta get out of there quickly.
What do you mean? I just got here.
Well, long story short, your brother completely screwed us. Why did you leave?
By the way, Montana was not there. That was me that ran out the door.
Also, fourth shirt change, by the way.
Shut up, phone.
Ah, forget about him. Well, point is, you gotta get out of there quickly.
Also, you can tell. Okay, pause. You can tell, like, you know, these been filmed at different times. 'Cause I noticed my hairstyle changes a lot.
You should pay attention to my hair. At the very beginning, it's like at the very back, it was very, very thin. Now I'm pretty sure it was like long at certain points.
Looks like not that many.
Well then, am I still able to get the cure?
Fine, but just make it out of there quickly.
So what did all that build up lead up to? About the surveillance, the security guards at Southern Torrance or Northern Torrance? That built up to nothing.
There was supposed to be a scene where a security guard was supposed to come around at night
Yeah, there were.
while I was trying to search for the thing. It made at a very suspenseful moment.
Yeah, also Jordan was going to be playing the security guard. But why did we not include it? Because this was around the 6th month area of making this film. So at that point, we just wanted to get this film out the way.
So we just left it at a very anticlimactic ending.
Hey, Kate, you there?
Whoa, what happened?
Salvation, here we come.
Oh, thank God.
Bro thinks he's Leon Kennedy with these one-liners.
Alright, well, put that USB in already and let's get this thing over with.
Sure, change again.
Alright.
That's
Okay,
me
for
talking to
everybody
the
else.
audience.
Well, Rim is downstairs forging the weapons as usual.
Sounds reasonable. What about Jacob?
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
I look so high. Oh, well, at least we get the best part of the entire film.
Literally.
Well, this could be it, dude.
I find it funny how the music didn't get copyrighted
After
here, but it got
years of
copyrighted from
sheltering,
the.
we finally are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We freaking, like, after years of agony and suffering, we can finally live our normal lives. It's just like, I can't even put my mind into it. Like, we've been suffering for so damn
You looking at the
long.
script?
We finally are getting to know what it's like before this virus even existed. Before we even...
Just put it in the goddamn USB.
Yep, there it is, folks. The only good part of the movies,
Yep.
and it still kind of holds up.
Yeah, it does.
Just shut the fuck up and put in the goddamn USB.
Alright.
Just follow like fine. Again, there's supposed to be music here, but now here's a good view of my horrible ass desktop.
Okay, pause. Well, I mean, whatever. It's too late to go back to a show.
No, I can...
Okay. Right.
Okay, yep.
Okay, so this is another scrap thing. Glenn was actually gonna narrate this letter right here, you know, but he didn't record it. Which, by the way, he didn't have to show up or go on a Discord call or even record with the camera. He just had to record his voice and read this like small bit right here.
And at the very bottom would just be like, I literally just looked up like ingredients for a vaccine and just put it in the freaking like
No,
bottom.
you googled how to make slime and just made that the recipe.
I thought I actually like looked at the ingredients. Or whatever, I guess. You know, there was supposed to be us talking here, but of course it got cut out because of the copyright. I think it was supposed to be like, I'll get the ingredients, you get the materials or some stuff like that. Man, that's a few hours later in this, isn't there?
Alright, dude, I just got back from my break.
Wait, you have a break too?
Alright, I just finished the vaccine.
How?
Well, if you look at the timer below, you can actually see that this film is taking longer than it should be, so I basically saved us some time.
Okay. There's actually 3 things with the scrap content. First of all, alongside with Gary Andel, that's supposed to narrate the letter, he was also supposed to come back as a decrepit old man, which we brought up earlier. I don't know why this was a thing. I don't remember who brought it up, but I just remember it was going to be something along the lines of, no, guys, don't put in that cure. Then you'll end up in a much worse position.
I think it was Glenn. It must have been Glenn. I can't think of anybody else that would do that or something.
All right. Second of all, there was going to be a montage of us making a cure, but as you can see right here with this fourth wall breaking joke, which I'll get into that in a minute. Same thing as security guards. We just want to get this out the way, so we just didn't bother. And also, there's supposed to be a glass beaker within that montage scene. And I remember we just had it since like the beginning of filming this. And then one time we actually wanted it, we couldn't find it. So that's why we're using a Dungeons and Dragons flask right now. And as for the fourth wall breaking joke, it was funny at the time. But like most meta jokes, it's only funny the first time you watch it. Now it just sounds cringe.
And the only person that can ever pull off fourth wall breaks is Deadpool.
Anyways, get the other 2 in here so I can give them this as well as us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me wanting to end this film. Alright, pause. And disclaimer, this entire bit is improvised, okay? All of this you're about to see right now.
Uh-huh.
And also,
Landon wearing a beanie for no reason.
yeah, that. Actually, no, I'll save this till the end of the film.
Well, guys, we did it. We're finally vaccinated.
So that means we can take off these masks?
What masks?
The masks that we've been wearing for a long time.
Oh, you're supposed to wear masks?
Again, this nullifies one of the biggest
I'm not even gonna bother.
survival factors for these
How have you
guys.
survived all of this without a mask?
That's a great question.
I've worn a mask here and there.
When?
Good question. I can't recall.
Well, I mean, should we even actually go outside without a mask on? I mean, we've been fine about this past days. I don't know if this vaccine will actually work.
I mean, I'm fine.
I'll do it. I'm not scared of death.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
Burgers for everyone.
Yeah, I just joined in with Landon, like, just freaking leaning on my hands like that.
Let's go out with a bang, guys.
Leap of faith.
Leap of faith.
Leap of faith.
That sounds so bad.
Yeah. Leap of faith.
Let's do this.
Cut. Okay, so another thing here. This was another segment, of course, that you probably just heard that from the cut that it was supposed to be another song that got copyrighted.
Mhm.
And that was Metallica's song Suicide and Redemption, which was a instrumental off of their 2008 album Death Magnetic that I thought would work great as an outro song, because it kind of did. And then to avoid copyright, I pitched it up one semitone, or like just a note higher. And it actually didn't catch it at first, but then after like a few months of it being released, it then got copyrighted because it's like, oh, you can't, you ain't slick.
Yeah.
And then leading to this fucking like cringy ass ending.
They were just waiting there for like 5 seconds. And Landon just looking at the camera. And look at how long he looks at the camera, by the way.
We're making it seem like we've never been outside before. And there you go, folks. That is Corona Apocalypse.
Yeah. Now I can talk about the final thing. Janet. So, yeah.
Every time it's brought up, it always cracks me up.
So as you saw in that dinner scene, which was entirely improvised, of course, one of our biggest cuts was when Landon was playing with that plastic skull, which it used to be an entire skeleton for a Halloween decoration, but I guess it just deteriorated over time.
Yeah.
And Landon was just, I swear he was in love with that skeleton or some shit. So he brought up the skull, just the skull, during the scene. And of course, Montana was like, bro, put that away. You're not supposed to use that. And I guess Landon was just so enthusiastic about it being a character, being like, no, it's Janet. Who the fuck is Janet? She was our doctor before she perished.
We had a doctor. And that also is another big plot hole. For a post-apocalyptic thing, you would think there were to be a medic.
Right. That'd be like the most important person to have during an apocalypse.
And
I'm surprised these guys lived for that long.
the way that they've been living, how the hell they not died yet?
So we have scavenger, lookout, electrician, weapons forger. How the fuck did these guys survive?
So now this lets me allow to bring up something that I've been working on, which is a talking point that we've had for a while. A sequel to Chronopocalypse, but then it went into, I would much rather have a much better movie to work off of in order to make it into a sequel. And for one of my classes that I'm taking for school, I actually decided to work on a full feature film length screenplay of Chronopocalypse. So instead of just making it 2 parts, it would be a full feature movie. Because out of all the films that I thought of, Chronopocalypse has the best chance of actually being a full-fledged movie. And I'm actually working a much more fledged out characters, fledged out thing with little as plot holes as possible. Like actually working on it and actually fulfilling my vision of what I want Chronopocalypse to be. Of course, it won't be called Chronopocalypse, but actually working on it. So it might be something that will probably be released in the future, but as it stands right now, it's just still seen as just our very first film we've ever made.
Yeah. And we've been talking about remaking it or rebooting it or whatever the hell. As well as like making up the disease, since the virus that we shall not talk about ever again is no longer relevant.
Yeah, so now it'll just be something that we just made up on this. Well, that we did not even fledge it out. We were just like, yeah, people know the virus, so I mean, I already said it earlier, but everyone knows the virus, so everyone will pretty much get it from there.
Yeah, even though this film came out like summer of 2022, which beginning of 2022, like the virus, the whole mask thing, it just kind of went away. People didn't have to wear a mask at that point.
It was recorded in December of or December or January of I think 2021. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if this came out during like prime virus times, which obviously how would we even film that?
Yeah.
This would make sense. But
props to the people that actually managed to try to at least record films during that time frame, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Because I bet that was a struggle.
Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home's a big one for that. And also, okay, I know I brought this up like way earlier, but this is something I wanted to bring up. From the timeline video, I briefly mentioned how Mateo submitted this film for the film fest.
Oh yeah.
But he had work that day, meaning I had to go by myself. So
Montana.
Well, yeah, I know. I was gonna bring that up. So I asked Montana, being like, "Hey, can you come with me? Because I do not want to go there by myself." He's like, "Okay, sure." So we go there. The 3-minute scene with no dialogue, just the sad music. There was no music there. It was just pitch quiet. And in that room with like 30 other people in there, y'all know the phrase, it's the silence is so loud. Well, in that scenario, the silence was deafening. I was literally hearing ringing in my ear throughout that 3-minute scene of no audio at all. But on the bright side, with the infamous just put in the USB scene, everyone in the room was dying.
And that's honestly a good thing to take away from it.
One of my favorites was when some dude just yelled out, "Bro, he just wanted to have a moment."
Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that was Chronopocalypse. I would say I hope you enjoyed, but honestly, I hope you enjoyed more of our reactions than anything. So.
Yep.
Oh gosh, but it is nice to go back into that memory lane for, I guess, that specific moment. Alrighty, y'all, and that's going to wrap it up for today's podcast. And I think you guys will probably understand what we're going to be saying for future podcasts, especially nowadays. But Ruben, what's going to happen next, or at least for the future?
Okay, so as usual for the future, there's no guarantee what the next podcast will be. After this gave us some bright insight for reviews for, probably infamously bad movies, such as Suicide Squad or Bound on the Minecraft movie. As well as review other stuff like, albums, maybe games as well. And if it's with the whole group again, as usual, we'll do the Fox/Sony Marvel movies.
Because we got to catch up on that one.
Yeah, and if it's just Glenn for whatever reason, we were thinking about like ranking like horror movie like characters, and I think he would like give us the most insight.
Or horror movies in general. So
yeah,
but there's a lot to look forward to. It's just that we're not 110% sure what we are actually going to do next. So we'll let you guys know for future episodes if there actually will be a guarantee on what will happen next. But on that note, I'm Mateo.
And I'm Ruben.
And we'll see you guys next time.